If you have been trying to implement a regular writing routine and it just hasn't been happening, you're just not able to make the butt in chair time that you need to finish your book. Oh my goodness, this is going to be the best video you ever listen to, because I have the 3 key time management habits that have worked across the board for my clients. So I've worked with over 100 writers thus far. And one of the most difficult things, I'm just going to tell it like it is, one of the most difficult things is really just sitting down and making the time. It's not always easy, and there's a lot of grunt work involved, but sitting down and making the time to write is the central thing that's going to make you successful as a writer, because if you don't have a finished book, you can't be an author. And so, without further ado, I'm just going to dive in. These are the 3 things that work better than anything. And stick around for the last one, because I've never ever talked about it before. It's kind of this new thing I've been doing. And oh my goodness, it's magical. It really is weird, and it helps so much. And I don't hear anybody talking about it enough. So the first thing is plan your week, not your day. So this is a weird writing trick that works. So many of us put a million things on our to-do list for the day, and writing gets bumped off. And so one of the things that really helps is that if you schedule writing into your week rather than putting it at the end of your list every single day, you start to get a positive habit loop rather than thinking, oh, I failed again, I don't have time. And this is really, I mean, one of the reasons this has transformed my schedule and my writing life is because we expect ourselves to do an inhuman amount of stuff during a day. We overplan our days. It kind of goes along with that quote. We overestimate what we can do in a year, and we underestimate what we can do in a decade. And so that same kind of leverage, if you are overpacking your days, feeling overwhelmed, feeling I'm never going to get to it, if you pick out a day a week and make it like a holiday, make it a true commitment, make it within reach, it really helps get you into the positivity and, the celebratory congratulations of making progress on a book, rather than, if you got kids like me, if you got a job, if you got all the things, beating yourself up every single day because you haven't gotten to it yet. So the key, number 1, plan your week, not your day. It does make things easier. The second thing is examine your priorities. And so this actually goes kind of deep, because when we are prioritizing things that make us feel responsible, but they don't go with our big goals and our big plans, and let's face it, what we want out of life, we get brain fog, we get discouraged, we get depressed, and none of those things contribute to a healthy writing career. So one thing, a lot of the time, I would say possibly 100% of the time, that someone tells me they don't have time to write, it's because they have their priorities mixed up. If you want to make writing a priority, examine your other priorities. Is there a belief inside your head where you think that, you should be the responsible person who washes the dishes, does the taxes, calls the doctor, does all of those conventional things first, and writing is just kind of a idealistic, ridiculous side project? Re-examine those priorities. And one little key that gets to the core of this, that I used when I was working full-time as a teacher and had 80 essays to read on a single weekend, strategic procrastination is what I call it. I've talked about this before. The next one I've never talked about, but this one I've talked about a lot, in that when I was that teacher with 80 tests to grade, I would take 30 minutes before I graded the tests, when my brain was fresh, when I was excited and inspired in the morning, I would take 30 minutes to move forward on my book. And then I would procrastinate, strategic procrastination. I would just do the tests faster. 30 minutes off of 80 tests isn't a huge difference. But the 30 minutes I took with a fresh mind, doing that as the priority, the book as the priority, oh my goodness, moved me forward, changed my life. I'll just put it like that. And now this is something so fun. I've never talked about it before. This is the third key to finding time to write: co-working sessions. Oh my goodness, if you are having a hard time with the last one, prioritizing writing, because we can tell ourselves, we can mentally think, I need to prioritize my writing, and sometimes it still doesn't happen. So this is something I have been doing with clients recently, and it's so fun. It is the key. So we've been scheduling times during the week when we all get on a Zoom. Well, many of us, actually, a handful of us, less than 10 of us, will schedule a time where we Zoom. I send the Zoom link, and then we just put ourselves on mute, but it's an appointment. We take it seriously and we write. And it is so wonderful, because I know I've said on this channel, make writing a priority. But when it comes down to it, you're scheduled to go to the dentist. And so because you're the only person involved when you're scheduling time to write, then, you can push it back because you're only disappointing yourself or whatever that is. But co-writing sessions where we're on a Zoom call together, but we're not talking, we're only writing, we're only concentrated. It has allowed people to make it a priority during the week. And so if we are working together, I've just been mentioning this and scheduling, passing out the schedules for the Zoom calls. I'm not sending out an email or anything like that to my clients. But if you are currently working with me as your book coach, please let me know, and we will get you in on these wonderful Zoom calls where not only do you get to meet other writers, but you also have this scheduled working time. So classically, when I do author coaching sessions, we go into the structure of the book, we go into the ideas, we go into any blocks that might be coming up. And so this is a new thing that doesn't cost extra, that is just an additional bonus that I've been doing with my writing or my book coaching clients, because it helps them. It makes them more successful. So if you are not working with me, well, you can always get a free consultation in the link below. I always have it below my videos. But if you're not working with me and you just want to do co-working sessions, find a writing buddy. Find a writing buddy in the writer's block group. Of course, I love coaching. I think it adds just it's a million times more effective than not having a writing coach, not having someone help you structure and read your book. But at the same time, if you want to move forward with just this one activity of co-writing sessions, it helps so much. And all you need is another writer to be able to get it done. So at the end of the day, few takeaways. If you are a coaching client, a book coaching client with me, and you want to do co-writing sessions, some people don't need them. A lot of people are just loving them. Be sure, email me, tell me. Thank you so much for watching the video. Give it a like. And every single week, I always give a special bonus, free resources that you can sign up for below. So I've done a lot of work with writing habits in the past. I'm so excited about this. So I'm going to add this time management video to the resources, but all the other hacks, all the other writing routine tricks I have discovered through my writing journey and my coaching journey, they're just down below, and you can sign up right there. So much love. See you soon. Bye.